One.
2,
3, 4,
5, 6. Having a toddler, what's the biggest bill you can think of? I'm gonna go with daycare. The biggest bill for you guys at the table who do not have toddlers, daycare runs about, right now currently what I'm paying is what, $110 a week, to $115 a week for daycare, which gets pretty expensive when you are a single parent. Now, the problem that I'm facing today would be the fact that there are new requirements for the age that preschool starts. I couldn't wait for my child to turn 4 years old for what reason other than the daycare bill would be going away. That's no longer the case. There are new requirements, especially for Aldine ISD. They have new requirements out as what requirements your child has to meet to go to pre-K at the age of 4. I'm going to share this information with you guys. I have some handouts here for you guys so you guys can look at those. This is the enrollment for pre-K packet that I got from A.W. Jones. That is an Aldine ISD. Your child, first of all, has to be 4 by September the 1st of 2011. That's the first requirement. And then they have to meet one of the other 5 requirements. One, a language other than English has to be spoken in the home. English cannot be their first language, and then they're able to get into pre-K. Or your child can be homeless, and then they can get into pre-K. Or if you're an active duty member of the military, your child is able to go, and member of the armed forces, or has ever been in the conservatorship of the Department of Family and Protective Services. Those are some of the requirements that have to be met for your child to get into pre-K. Also, along with some income stipulations. Now, as of last year, for your child to go to pre-K, Head Start, at the age of 3, the income requirements were $12,000 a year. If you do the math, that's $1,000 a month, $500 every 2 weeks. And that is a problem for a lot of families. The problem that I'm facing is that hardworking families that make a decent living, or their kids are being like booted out of any opportunity to better themselves or anything else. There's a huge difference between daycare and pre-K. Daycare and actual school environment. Daycare is the daycare. They're there just to look at your child, watch your child. Some daycares actually do teach them, but for pre-K, that's the actual school environment where they're learning. They have curriculum. They have things to do. Because English is my child's first language, he is losing the opportunity to go to school at the age of, or go to pre-K at the age of 4. Because I make a decent living, he is unable to go to school at the age of 4. There's a problem with me. I'm unable to get to the daycare free zone. Unfortunately, even though he has met the age of 4, he meets the age requirements. He does not meet the other requirements that they have. I believe that every child who wants to go to pre-K should have the opportunity to go to pre-K if their parents want them to. Some parents believe in homeschool. Some parents like the daycare that they're at. Another thing is the people who have low income, they get almost free child care, or they get discounts on their child care, so they can afford to send their children to daycare. Making a decent living, you don't get those same benefits. You don't get to get discounts on your daycare. Daycare is full price. Now, when asked at Aldine, when I went to the school, you can get this information too at aldineisd.edu. .com. You can get that information from that website. And they also have some, if you Google some daycares in the area, preschools in the area, if you don't meet these requirements here on the paper, if you don't meet those requirements, then you can take them to daycare. And for the best schools that they have that I was referred to, it's $225 a week. And you do the math on that, that is what, $900 a month? Is that somebody's mortgage? Is that your car note plus cell phone bill plus other bills? Yes, it is. And you do not get any discounts on that. And that's for one of the good schools that actually give your child curriculum, education, and things of that nature. So my plea today is that we need to get, everybody should be able, it should be an equal opportunity for everybody to go. Not because your parents make a decent living, so no, you can't go to pre-K, you need to pay for daycare for another year. That shouldn't be the case. Or because English is my child's first language, he should get booted down at the bottom of the list because English is his first language. That should not be the case. And I believe that somebody needs to look into that, and we have to do better than this, because this is This United States is supposed to be the area, you know, this is supposed to be the place where, you know, land of opportunity. And my child is being hindered from that because of this. Okay, anybody have any questions? Yes.
What are the exact income requirements for your child to attend pre-K?
I've asked that question. I've went to a couple of sources, and they're not giving the exact number. They'll give you the information from last year. I did some research like Google, Yahoo. Like I said, they had $12,000 a year. Had to be the income requirements, and that's pretty low. That's what, $500 every 2 weeks. So you have to make, yeah, just a little bit of money in a year. But they don't give you the exact numbers of what you can make.
How many Austin pre-K centers are in the Humble area or any other school?
In the 5 mile radius, about a 15-mile radius from the Humble zip code, there are about actually 6 or 7 preschool centers where you can go. The ones that are considered private, you have to pay for them to go, so you're still paying basically a daycare fee. Or the ones that are still considered their daycare plus the preschool, like I said, it's about, some of the good ones go from $225 and up.
Okay, what are the benefits of a child attending preschool versus daycare?
The benefit, first of all, is then I would go with number one, the environment that they're in. When you have a child at daycare, you have various ages, you know, around them. You don't know if they're being put in a room with the babies, the toddlers, or whatever. There's no curriculum at the daycare. At the school, they have a curriculum. They have things that they have to meet. Like by the end of the year, they should be able to identify all their alphabets and things of that nature. At daycare, it's daycare. They're babysitting your child is what they're doing. They're not teaching anything. So our children are being hindered from that education because of whatever stipulations they don't meet.